Sweet Tooth 1967. Today I'm doing a video from my bed because I'm still in it. um, well, today's subject is about happy, smiley families, and God, I can't stand it. I can't stand the way that I can't stand the way that the media portrays this happy, smiley families on adverts and stuff. I really, really can't stand it. You know what I mean? Big soft daddy, big. You know what I mean? Like, he portrays himself as some sort of lap doggy type um, Labrador, and then there's the perfect mummy, and the two children. You know what I mean? And the whole family is being stitched up like a big sock. They're the sort of dozy gets that will have everything on finance, you know what I mean? Ooh, we've gone down to DFS and bought a couch, and it was only £399. And they're all smiling because they've got this new couch in for Christmas. And then what else? What else? You know what I mean? And he's a big soft git that sort of runs, that makes, you know, and I can't stand big soft daddies. Ooh. And then of course you got the stay-at-home mummy or something like that, and the two kids, and that's just not reality, is it? I mean, that isn't reality today, but they want to show you that on TV, or and they're all sat there lying down together on their brand new carpet by Frank's Flooring or the latest carpet store or something like that, and they've gone out to, and they've got the shopping from Tesco's or Asda, and they've bought that, you know what I mean? And that's not a perfect world. The reality is he's having an affair at work with something half his age. She's clocking on to the neighbour. The lad's probably taking drugs, and the young lass is probably pregnant for someone they don't know. That's the reality. The soft ass daddy there, where before he met mummy, he was on a motorbike, and next thing he's been pussy whipped by. I shouldn't say that, but a lot of these guys aren't they? And it's so pathetic. And now he's trading in all that, all his manly toys for an SUV or a people carrier, and she's pussy whipped him into all that. So now she's turned him in from this sort of independent manly bloke into a pussy whipped teddy bear that in a few months she'll get bored with anyway. He's gone along and he's married her. He's bent over for the wedding, you know what I mean. And then he's gone into the kids, and I've seen this so many times where a man has basically done what a woman's wanted her to do. And don't get me wrong, there's some lovely women around, and you know, I'm more for women probably than most men, in regards to rights and listening to them and everything else. But I won't get married because I see it as just a complete waste of time and money. My brother spent a fortune on his wedding, and he's been married twice, and every woman he ever marries has always been a gold digger. But that's another story. And then there's women who've had nightmares with their partners, and you know, I've had who just meet the wrong type of guy. But anyway, that's another story. This image of this family that you see, and as well as the whole scenario of the society seems to be stemmed from America, where at the weekends we'll go to the mall, and Daddy will watch his football, and he'll get a big TV to watch it on, and we'll buy a load of Chinese toys for the kids to keep them entertained, and then what else? We'll get a brand new kitchen. We'll buy one of these boxy new houses, and we'll trade in and then they'll just sort of live on an estate with all the other drones and robots and copycats, and we'll all play happy families. And I mean, I've lived amongst it, and I just can't stand it. I can't stand it. I've got to be away from families. I can't stand any of them. Um, the whole thing when you see them getting the dragging the shopping out the cars and going up to going up to up the stairs or whatever. And of course they've got to have the new car every 3 years, haven't they? You know, every 3 years they've got to have a brand new car. And they're all playing this so-called happy family game, and then they plaster it all over Facebook, and oh look at we, and then we'll have a family holiday to Greece or something like that, or Disney World or some other crappy place that costs them a fortune, and of course, you know what I mean, etc., etc., etc. Um, and really, I mean, does does that make you happy? I don't think it makes a lot of people really happy. And if the truth be known, I don't think um, there's not many people in 20 years' time can honestly say that bringing up a family or being in a family life was all that great, you know, all that money, all those late, you know, those early mornings, bringing, you know, having to deal with kids, etc., etc., etc. But it's just something that caught my eye, and I thought I'm gonna have to say something about it, about soft ass daddies and skinny mummies, what they call them, yummy mummies and soft ass daddies, you know. And I think it was a film. I think it was The Furious Six or something like that, where one of the lads who was driving his, you know, he loved to drive his fast car around, and he met this woman, and eventually he traded it all in for a people carrier, but he still wanted that thrill. And I think if blokes were honest, they're a bit like, you know, like dogs are basically wolves, and you can tame them all you want. Same with a cat, but they'll always be feral. There'll always be that element, and that's something I don't think that you should try and tame. But so many women out there want to tame a man into making him some kind of soft ass person, and then there is this element where men want to um, sort of, oh, I don't know what I'm trying to get the words out now. They want to make women in sort of iron out the woman's problem, make her more domestic. I mean, why would you want to change someone when you meet somebody? When you meet somebody, that's what attracts them to you. And you know, we talk about relationships and going down the line of. I'm trying to get this bloody ironing board. This headboard is not even stuck on. It's just it's not mounted to the bed. The problem is this is a small bed and a massive headboard. So it's been warm again today where we are. The sun's creeping back. It's been about 20 degrees for the last couple of days. It's been really pleasant. It's been cool. I've been able to go out the garden, cut some wood in me woodshed, and you know enjoy the cooler weather. But it's creeping back, so I'm hiding in the bedroom with the aircon on. Back to the subject of that. Yeah, I mean, you know, you see it where a woman wants to just get a wedding and she's obsessed with the day, and you know she wants everything perfect, and you know you see anything, oh what a waste of time and money, when you know in a few years time of paying off debts and one thing or another they'll just end up splitting up. And that's why I never ever got married, you know. And if I do get married, I do. If I don't, I don't. I just don't see it as a massive attraction at all. You know, if you want to leave somebody something in your will, great. But you don't have to get married for security of the family, really, you know. So families, yes, I can't stand any of them, any family at all. It's not nothing personal. It's just it's the image of this happy, smiley family, and people carriers, and it's like she sold out to him and he sold out to her, and it's the selling out image that you think, oh man, you know what I mean? They were better off when they're on their own, and you can tell when a family's, you see a family together and all smiley together, lying down on a new carpet, and he's a big soft Labrador because she's totally pussy whipped him into a big soft ass teddy bear. Um, and he's done the same to her. She's now the housewife, can't do this, can't do that, can't have a personality, you know. And then you get the situation where he'll spend all day watching bloody football all afternoon. She'll go to the gym, have her friends, and blah de blah. I always like to have good friends. I've been living with my partner for, well, been together for nearly 20 years, and it suited me fine. But I don't think I could. It's the marriage option is just not there for me. Do you know what I mean? Um, it would be a marriage of literally convenience for financial gain, for not gain for myself, but for her. But at the end of the day, I just can't be bothered with the whole thing. I'm just more. I don't want to give up my independence. I know I've talked about this, about, I want to be able to keep that little bit of mystery and freedom that only single guys have. And when we see pussy whipped, soft ass dads that, you think, oh, and I'm sure they look at single guys, or not so much single guys, but guys that haven't sold out, and they must think, oh, I wish I was, why can't I have that? I'm sure not all of them. I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there who are happily married, and women vice versa. And good luck to you. It's just not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. Not my cup of tea, guys. Not my cup of tea. And when I see it, it just irritates me. I can't stand it. I don't want it. So that's my subject today: happy families and how I can't stand them. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.